Hello, my name is Adam John Richardson. Let's walk through installing VirtualBox, a type of virtualization software, and then once we have that installed, we'll actually configure a virtual machine with a free version of Microsoft Windows that Microsoft makes available for developers. Let's have a quick peek here. I'm over at the VirtualBox website. That's where we find the big button here that says, hey, download VirtualBox 7.0. I'm going to click that. And you'll see right here, Windows host. That's actually the type of system I'm on. So I'm going to save it. Now, instead of just clicking the button at the bottom here to actually execute it, I'm going to show it in the folder. I want to actually just check the checksum actually for this file. Make sure I'm getting what I expected. I can open up terminal, and once it's open, I can just say get -file hash, and I put a space, and now I don't have to even remember or type in the specific information. I can just drag and drop the file into this location, and it automatically fills in the path. I hit enter, and I see A4142, lots of other stuff. Well, because of the way hashes are structured, I'm just going to type in A414, and you see the 2 and a bunch of other stuff, and that is indeed for the Windows executable. I feel confident. So I will return to where we downloaded that file. I'm just going to double click it now. At this point, Windows asks me for permission. It says, do you want to allow this app to make changes? In this case, yes. And then I'm starting the wizard, and I walk through. I'm just going to stick with the defaults here. And notice it says installing the network feature will reset your network connection and temporarily disconnect you from the network. That's okay. We expect this. Additionally, it asks missing dependencies, Python core, Win32 API. I'm going to say yes, because otherwise it's going to give me issues. And I'm going to install. Now we just wait a little bit for this to take place. I might speed up this video, and then we'll come back once this is done. All right. Actually, that wasn't that long at all. I will keep it checked. We'll actually start it after I click finish. I'm going to close this. Here you see VirtualBox Manager. Now notice I don't have anything in the left column. We haven't installed any or configured any virtual machines. Let's see if we can find something that we can use here. I've already got a page open here. It's the page that Microsoft posts for Windows 11 development environments. And notice, they have virtual machines already configured for us. I'm going to scroll down. We're using VirtualBox for the purpose of this demo, so I'm going to click VirtualBox. Notice I have another download here. I'm just going to hit save. Same thing. Now this is downloading, and once it's done, we'll come back. I might speed up this portion of the video. All right, we're back. Now that it's finished downloading, I'm going to scroll down here, and again, we see the hashes for these downloads. I downloaded VirtualBox, so I'm expecting to see something like E3723 right there. So I will perform the same steps. I'm just going to type in what I had previously. I'll drag in the file location. And this will take a little bit because it is a huge file. Eventually, hopefully, we see something similar to the value I mentioned before, E3723. Excellent. All right. With that downloaded and checked, I'm going to head back here. We're going to extract it to the current location. That's going to take a little bit. Okay, we're back again. Thank you for your patience. So here we have the results. Notice I have a new directory here. I'm going to jump in this, and here you see it says WinDev 2302 eval. The type is an open virtualization format archive. This typically plays quite nicely with other types of virtualization software like VMware's Player, Parallels, etc. But this one that we downloaded, this particular download, is focused on VirtualBox. And notice the icon here. If I click this, it will likely give us, and look at, we have the option right here, VirtualBox. I'm going to say just once in this case, is the default application that's brought up here. And notice it walks through, it actually shows us these are the virtual machines contained in the appliance and the suggested settings of the imported VirtualBox machines. You can change any of the properties shown by double-clicking on the items and disable others using the checkboxes below. The name, I'm fine with that. The CPU, I might actually change that and just make it 1 to begin with. And let's just see, I can always up it. I talk about that in another video. RAM, 4 gig, I'm okay with that. And let's see for our network and other choices. I see primary group. Notice it says include only NAT network adapter MAC addresses. NAT is a reasonable setting here. I'm going to go ahead and finish. And now, one more time, we're going to wait while things happen behind the scenes. Here we're importing the appliance. I'll get back with you in just a bit, I promise. Okay, we're back again. We've had a lot of waiting time in this one, haven't we? Well, now you can see we have our WinDev 2302 eval edition of our virtual machine already installed. It's here within VirtualBox. You can see the settings, and you can actually just click the settings tab there and dig in to change settings. Let's just see if this thing starts. I'm going to just double click that, and let's bring this up and see what happens. Okay, it's done loading. Now let's look. We see everything we expected to see here, and I could do more work. Notice Windows says, hey, you better at least have 2 cores to run this. I essentially gave it 1, and it ran, it did finish. So the key point here is I want students and others to know if you don't have the world's best machine and you just have 1 core to do this work on, you can make it work. You can do this. Don't let that be a stumbling block. I hope this helps you, and I hope that you can utilize this type of virtual machine in the future. If I wanted to change the settings that we talked about here, I can easily do that. There are a few things here. I can head up here to machine, I can pause it, and then I can actually go to machine settings, and I can actually head over here to processor and change that. I'd have to shut it down to do so. I just wanted to save time. But if you have the resources, you can add more than one. I, again, ran this with just one CPU, wanting to show people that who don't have the world's best system that you can still do this. You just have to be a little extra patient. I hope this helps. I hope to see you in the future. Bye.